Inflation has caused the Federal Reserve to have to take prompt monetary policy response by jacking up interest rates for 1 year straight. It's the highest rates we've seen in quite some time, decades to be completely frank. But the media is not telling you about these interest rate hikes and the current economic conditions is that right now is the ideal time to buy real estate. Not just real estate, but a particular type of real estate. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is and why in this video. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity. We're gonna get right into it. So with the interest rate situation going on, real estate has been sluggish in most places. It has not crashed. It's been mild appreciation in some markets and mild declines in some markets. But arguably speaking, and we're focusing on residential, single family, 2 to 4 unit real estate in this video. That's where we're focused, not commercial, none of the other types of real estate at the moment in this video. Right now, this is centered around single family residential and 2 to 4 unit residential. That has been stalled in most markets, modest declines, some moderate increase in value in some markets, some moderate appreciation. What's not being discussed that needs to be covered in this video for you is that these interest rates are buying you time to get into real estate. Not many people are talking about this from the right angle. Most people are telling you that real estate is on set to crash or make some massive decline at some point soon. And those videos get a lot of traction because many of you have been trained in order to get into real estate as a viable investment, you need prices to decline dramatically to get in. And I'm gonna tell you right now, 2 major things. Number 1, that is not highly likely to happen in the foreseeable future. Number 2, that is not the only great time to get into real estate. What you're missing and not being told is that these interest rates are temporary. What we're experiencing from the Federal Reserve is a massive fight to get inflation under control before economic downturn sets in, economic recession kicks in. The Federal Reserve is on the clock. Don't be confused about it. The Federal Reserve has no intention on keeping interest rates where they are right now. It's absolutely not the case. Our economy has been pumping at low interest rates for too long. Our entire economy in the last 10 to 12 years has built out since the 2008 crisis around these cheap, low interest rates. I can tell you right now, the Federal Reserve is well aware it cannot keep interest rates where they are normalized if it wants the economy to sustain itself long term. It's not how we're built anymore. So the Federal Reserve is on a clock. They need to get inflation down to 2% target range as intended and keep it under wraps. I can assure you when they get to that goal that the Federal Reserve totally intends to pivot. And if the economy starts to crash faster or harder than they are anticipating, they will pivot. And that's going to be a mess in itself. But what that means for real estate, for those of you who had the attention span to hang on, what that means for real estate is that single family and 2 to 4 unit multifamily housing is going to go completely through the roof in value. You may be trying to figure out why, and I'm about to make it make plain sense right now. Interest rates have been blunting parabolic growth in the real estate market. Go back and do your homework on the last 2 or so years, 2020, 2021, post-COVID 2020 and 2021. Literally, we saw not only double-digit growth, but we're talking about 20 to 30% growth in many markets across the United States. The housing market was going crazy. And that was for 2 reasons. The interest rate, the Federal Reserve had dropped interest rates down to near zero in an attempt to stimulate the economy from COVID. And we have a massive inventory shortage from 2008's crisis. We have not done a good job keeping up with new construction in the housing market. And those 2 things combined to create the craziest housing market the United States has seen ever. And I'm telling you right now that these interest rate hikes have only stalled that process. We are not likely to ever see, or at least foreseeable future-wise, see reasonable home prices again of median prices of $250,000, $300,000. The median home price in the United States is hovering around $400,000 right now. That's up significantly from about 3 to 4 years ago or pre-COVID. where the price was somewhere north, upper 200s, I believe, maybe 3. Very significant jump. And the Federal Reserve intended to cool the housing market down to some kind of modest declines. They barely stalled it. And anytime interest rates drop below 6%, the housing market gets competitive all over again. If you buy a single family home for primary or investment property use, or a 2 to 4 unit right now in a desirable enough area, you can't go get it in a war zone. This might not apply. It needs to be somewhere where people are trying to live. If you can acquire at least a single family primary residence, or ideally a 2 to 4 unit, or you can just outright start a rental portfolio right now, the high likelihood is that those prices of appreciation, which you normally don't bet your investments on, cash flow is usually a better bet. But in this particular scenario, it's basic math. We have an inventory shortage that will not be fixed easily for the next 5, 7, or 10 years, because these conditions are also making it harder for home builders and new construction companies to do their thing, because interest rates, again, are so high. So the problem that we're having with inventory is also being suppressed or inflamed by the same action the Federal Reserve is taking to fight inflation and cool the housing market down. It's pretty interesting. It's crazy when you think about it. But our ability to increase the inventory, with the government working hard as hell to keep foreclosures from kicking up, they're putting all kind of programs in place to keep people in their homes. Forbearances getting extended to indefinitely, 40-year mortgages getting put on the table, and all kind of modification options to keep people from getting foreclosed on. So you put that in play with the fact people aren't being put out of their houses. There's not a massive foreclosure wave coming. We have an inventory shortage by somewhere between 4 and 6 million homes. And interest rates at some point in the next 6 to 12 months are thoroughly likely to decline. And I just told you, just going below 6% put the housing market into a competitive free-for-all all over again. Just getting in the upper 5s in a lot of markets was enough to get people back into the field trying to buy and bidding on properties. If interest rates come down, the federal funds rate is right now is at about 5.25, and the mortgage rates have hovered between 6.5-ish to 7 right now at the time of this recording. If the federal funds rate starts to drop down, even to maybe like 4.5, that means mortgage rates, along with a couple other factors, are highly likely to go down not only below 6, but probably below 5.5. It is going to be an insane housing market again. And you can see double-digit growth in real estate all over again. 2024, if that's the year we start to see interest rate declines, significant ones, or even an end of here in 2023, I'm telling you right now, you're going to wish you bought that property. If you can straighten your financials out enough to qualify for a primary residence in a desirable area, a 2 to 4 unit in a desirable area, or whatever mix. Maybe you can buy a primary and you can buy a rental, or whatever the case may be. Do your best to get your hands on real estate ASAP. It's going to be harder because interest rates are high, but I'm going to tell you why this is going to work in your favor. If you can get your financials together, meaning your DTI, your credit, and your down payment, or a combination of the two or three, in a position to squeeze into one of these quality homes. Yes, you may be buying it at a high interest rate, but you can always refinance that when rates go down. That's the easy part. Keep your financials together. That's the easy part. But right now, sellers are having a hard time, the ones that are in the market, finding buyers because people can't qualify at these rates. So what does that mean? They're willing to drop prices and they're willing to give seller concessions. So your rate could potentially get brought down. Closing costs can get taken down. The actual purchase price of the home can get dropped. All three could happen. This is a great competitive time for you to get in while other people can't. Okay. And then that's going to allow you to buy that property, possibly at a discount or at least with some seller concessions. And then anywhere from 6 months, 12 months to 18 months from now, you can look up and your home will be then appreciated in the double digits when the Federal Reserve drops rates. You need to buy a home ASAP. I want you to comment down below. Tell me where you are in this process. Do you already own a home and you're looking to get deeper into real estate? Are you just trying to spruce your home up? Whatever the case may be. And also comment down below and let me know, what help do you need getting your financials in order? I would love to give you, some time in the comment section, maybe even an entire video, which I've already shot several if you go back in the playlist, around how to get your financials together. But you may have specific needs that are not covered in my video, so comment down below. I wanted to bring this to you because I'm telling you the entire finance space is missing this for the most part. And I'm telling you right now, this could be an opportunity of a lifetime to get in on real estate, even on a simple level. 1 to 2 properties properly bought with the potential recipe I just explained to you in this video can mean double-digit growth in almost no time. You can end up with 5 to 6 figures in value in your home in no time. So get in while the getting is good. To all my pioneers out there, thank you for tuning in. To all my new viewers, thank you for spending some time with us. Subscribe, like the video, use the links in the description down below to get yourself some amazing welcome bonuses on some great credit cards with some lenders that I am currently working with, and also using myself. In the description below, there's referral links down there. You can get in with American Express, Capital One. I will be adding new links soon, but I want you guys to take advantage of that, not only to support this channel so this channel can keep supporting you, but again, it's a win-win. You'll get some great welcome bonuses. Other than that, to all my pioneers out there, I want you to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity Network, a channel dedicated to helping you increase your net worth through relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, the proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity.